ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Dr. Ismail here with us, who will be giving his insight on moving towards digital agriculture and the IOFS E-Center of Excellence for Strategic Commodities.
Thank you for having me today. Actually, the strategic commodities, wheat, rice, cassava, is one of the core programs that we have in IOFS. Developing of these strategic commodities is one of our mandatory work. And we are coordinating with member countries, scientific research, and very eminent agricultural research institutes. For rice, for instance, we have Bangladesh Rice Research Institute, BERI, and we have for cassava and we have for wheat, centers of excellence, physicals. And we cooperated together. Now we are moving with the innovation, and actually after the COVID-19 and this pandemic that closed the borders, crisis around the globe, that we do not have anything to stop us for cooperating, for changing the materials of seeds, of pesticides, of fertilizers. All the value chain have to be continued. For this one, the idea of IOFS is to go from also for digitalization. It doesn't mean that we will stop the physical center of excellence. No, it will be gradual. The simple idea it is to gather all the stakeholders in agriculture, especially those who are working with development of strategic commodities, wheat breeders, rice breeders, and the cassava value chain study and the research persons, and to discuss together and to share together all the information they have. Just for you to know, 75% of the research papers that we are publishing, we pay it for it. And to read it, you have to pay again. So the availability and the accessibility is very important in our work. So by this, with the augmented participation of our scientists, farmers, all stakeholders, the platform will be enriched, it will be growing, and it will be high value. Not only for IOFS, but all our member countries, and believe me, it will be also for the globe.
Thank you very much for your comprehensive overview. We look forward to reading more about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please meet Professor Zulfikar, our new editor-in-chief of the Food Security Hub Bulletin. Professor Zulfikar, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Could you please give us an overview of the 11th edition of the Food Security Hub Bulletin?
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This Food Security Hub is basically a quarterly bulletin which is published by the Islamic Organization for Food Security, and this time the 11th issue is coming, and this issue focuses on the wheat because there is 3 strategic commodities which IOFS is focusing, that is wheat, rice and cassava. And wheat is the most important, and in the OIC countries wheat is, we can say, requirement is 190 million tons, whereas the OIC countries, they are importing more than 80 million tons of wheat from the non-OIC countries. So it is vital to look into the wheat crop and to look into the challenges this crop faces, and to look into the solutions and innovations, how we can improve and enhance the productivity of yield throughout the OIC countries. So in this bulletin, there are certain interventions, like there is genetic interventions being reported like hybrid wheat, and there are addressing the diseases, addressing the drought, which is the main cause of yield reduction in OIC countries. Then there is heat, that is another important challenge to be addressed. So this bulletin basically focuses on these aspects and bringing the innovative solutions, like as I mentioned, the hybrid wheat. So if we provide such solution to our OIC member countries, then I think there is not a big deal to overcome the food security and to achieve the 80 million tons of hybrid wheat. In OIC countries, there are countries which are producing more than 20 million tons, and there are countries which are having a yield more than 6 tons per hectare. So it means if we bring their best practices together, we can improve. If I just give an example, that the Kazakhstan, Iran and Afghanistan, they are almost 20 billion hectares of wheat being cultivated over here, and their yield is less than 2 ton per hectare, and just we improve it to 2 ton per hectare, it means we can add almost 20 million ton in the food basket of the OIC countries.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Makbal Bulatova. I'm a program manager of Islamic Organization for Food Security. In the upcoming Food Security Hub Bulletin, you will find various interesting and informative articles on wheat crop. In my article, I provided the overview of wheat production in OIC geography. As you may know, wheat remains playing the important role in ensuring food security and nutrition security, and it remains top accessible and affordable source of food for billions of people in the world. And it is also gaining popularity, especially in the economically emerging countries in Asia and Africa. It was also important to emphasize the challenges of wheat growing, especially in the hot climates, and also the biotic stresses that yearly farmers and breeders they face, and they try to tackle the issues with bringing the new technologies, innovations, and new farming systems. I hope you will like our bulletin. Thank you so much.